This is RoyalTea, and this is your loving, gracious, highly favored host, Alex V, the Unproblematic King. And we back, still on that solo dolo shit, episode 81. Shout out to all our first-time listeners, last-time listeners, those who listen to show love, those who listen to show hate. We appreciate every single one of y'all. Now, as I've mentioned many a times on the podcast, I am what I'd like to call a Twitter goon because I'm with the shits. I love seeing what's going on, the conversations, the way that we react to pop culture news and things going on in the world. And, almost I would equate this to the way in which you people find friends playing Xbox Live and they become like internet friends and they build a nice little friendship, man. I got my guy here, J Romel, on the pod, man. We met over Twitter talking a little bit of sports, and it just kind of just turned into pretty constant contact, man. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm feeling good. Just finished celebrating my son's birthday this past weekend, so I'm chilling now. I'm getting ready for school and being a dad, and that's about it right now.
Oh
And
man,
being myself instead of
how old did your son turn?
turning 7.
7. Oh
I
man,
kept the kid alive
congratulations,
for
man.
7 years.
and many more.
Yeah, and many, many more. Let's go ahead and add that too.
Well, happy birthday to him again. If y'all are seeing it on Twitter or Instagram, I'll be tagging his socials when we do the marketing and stuff. So be sure to wish his son a happy belated. But
By the way, he
we're
shares the same birthday with Nipsey Hussle, so y'all got no choice but to say happy
ooh,
birthday.
oh y'all better say happy birthday.
You have no choice.
Shit, man, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, man. He got that star on his birthday.
I'm mad
What
at.
did
I'm not gonna say I'm mad he got it, but I'm mad he wasn't here to see him himself get that. I think that's
it's that situation of like you unfortunately not giving people their flowers while they're here to smell them type of situation.
I'll just say this, and I'm dropping it because I don't want to get too deep into it. I don't think they would have gave that to Nipsey if he was still here. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Yeah, and you know what, that does tend to happen sometimes where they kind of force feed it out of respect to who that individual was. So, but yeah, still, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. But there is another rest in peace we got to do, and it is to what we know as the Breakfast Club. So the Breakfast Club is a nationally syndicated show, iHeartRadio or iHeartMedia. It's Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy, and Angela Yee. And you know what? It was a mainstay in all things hip hop, R&B, the culture, and everything that goes with it. And you know, I've listened to them for years, and I kind of fell off the last couple of years. But I could see the tension between Charlemagne and Angela Yee. I feel like DJ Envy's like a neutral Nancy. Like
DJ
he,
Envy is the ultimate Vegeta version of a light skinned guy.
oh my god, and you know what's funny? I wonder if I have that clip prep, but there's definitely some moments where I was just like, oh man, the quote unquote beige rage that they called it.
Yeah.
Oh
I
man.
had to start calming down because his beige rage was like too much for me, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like that when I get older.
It's just a little too sensitive for me. You know what I mean? Like you're in the media, you're gonna get some shots here and there. If you react to everything, then you kind of go to the Nicki Minaj situation. And I have been attacked by the bars before for saying anything. So let's see
Well,
if I
I've been
dodge
attacked
the
by them
wrath.
too, and I don't care.
Man, they crazy, man. Like them and the
I think
Beehive,
it's
they search
Beehive
keywords.
and Barb's. They're like 1A, 1B.
Yeah, I would almost say 1A, 1B. I feel like both their fan bases are just insanely intense. Like I think Nicki Minaj's Barb's created like a list of calling out other like female artists saying like, oh, you haven't released music not because you're busy, it's because you're so pressed that the queen is back. It's like, shut up.
Yeah,
People are trying to get back post quarantine, post COVID, um, with the whole streaming situation. They don't want to play it wrong.
yeah, especially in this climate, you know.
Yeah.
Word to DJ Envy, but whatever. I digress.
But I do want to play a clip of when Charlemagne and Angela Yee might have. I don't think it started there, but I think it definitely didn't help. And it was a moment in which rapper Gucci Mane was on being interviewed, and he was just talking about um a maybe the efforts of
situation.
yeah the efforts of Miss Angela Yee, but I'll let
But before you hit play, I just want to say this. I kind of believe Gucci
me too.
because Angela Yee's been wild for years. Like, I never forget that interview she did with Jay-Z, and she said some wild shit while he was with Beyonce, and I was like, yo, she's a freaky freak.
I mean, hey, she does have that show Lip Service where she really give it up and really have those conversations with people. Like, was she the one that had Jim Jones on the show where he basically said that his mom taught him how to make out?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, see, that's Angela Yee. But again,
yeah.
this is Gucci Mane on the Breakfast Club, and this is where Charlemagne's tensions with Angela Yee either started or got heightened.
Hey, you smash Angela Yee, Gucci?
Okay,
No,
okay.
no.
Of course not.
Look at Gucci's face.
Of course not.
Hold on.
I'm saying, come on,
She
guys.
didn't try.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
She tried.
Oh, okay.
That is a lie.
I'm not lying.
No, we was cool. I was not on your dick. Stop
You
it.
used to be texting me well.
I'm gonna stop right there. The look she gave her, Gucci, is that like, yo, keep this on the low. Like, not like even the tone, it just sounded like she got caught red-handed.
He was like, yo, what you doing? You breaking code. You breaking code. Yo, why is this even funnier watching it? Okay, go ahead and play.
What hotel you was at?
That is a lie. Never. You must got me confused with somebody else.
Did that interview a long time ago with Melissa Ford and all that. Nigga was calling me.
Gucci got a good
That
memory.
you definitely no.
Lip service shit. Stop it.
That definitely was not me.
I don't know who it was.
I
then.
put my
I
life.
don't know who it was then.
It must have been somebody else in there. I would swear on my life. I'm born.
I never
Oh,
heard that
man.
part where I always end up missing that part. I never heard that till just now. That he had the exact date.
Oh no, he gave it up on there. Like the fact that he even referenced the interview and just everything, to me it's like, you know what? He came with the receipts and like just the tone of the, because if you listen to the Breakfast Club, like Angelique's always straight to the point, like with it completely. And I don't have that clip, but there's a clip also where Nicki Minaj pressed her and Envy for not watching
Oh yeah, I watched
additional
that too.
content. Yeah, and then Angela's like, "Well, ask me anything else," and she's like, "Well, I would have asked you about the thing I came here to talk to you, but y'all didn't watch it."
But you know, I'm gonna be honest. There are certain interviews where they just bullshit it.
Oh, I felt it. Like the interview they had with Kodak, and they didn't bullshit that one, but the effort they put into, like, they all were wearing ski masks, and like, to me, that's like the peak Breakfast Club like experience when they really be doing that. You know what I mean? Like they really taking it to that level where they're making an artist who already see. And here's my Breakfast Club historian. It's when Hot 97 blew an interview. It was when Ebro went at it with Kodak, and then they finessed it and basically set it up so Kodak loved them and hated Hot 97.
Nah, you know what's crazy? I don't really like. I have, but I haven't done my history with Hot 97 and Breakfast Club, so that might be something I need to
There's some tension there for sure.
channel into on that one, because that's an interesting concept. Because that was around that. That's when Angie left around that time, right?
I think so. I think so.
Okay.
because I remember and again, I'm a big Joe Budden podcast fan, especially of the old 3-man regime with Plus Parks. And there was a time where Andrew Schultz, Charlemagne, they had their own podcast, Brilliant Idiots. They came onto the JBP and basically Charlemagne basically had said like, oh yeah, like Ebro like was like, yo, like I respect you and all this stuff. But then Charlemagne's like, yo, then why you out here saying all this shit, but then trying to be cool with me in front of my face? And I mean, it just comes with, I mean, it's radio wars, and I see that in even local radio in my area where it's just like, it just, you know, hey, like each of them are trying to eat.
I mean, I get that. I think, like, for me, if you're good at your craft, you're just gonna be good at your craft. I don't like, for me, like I tell my son all the time when I play, this is a, I guess, correlation. When I play sports, I don't really compete with nobody but myself. So like I get it that they want all the ratings, but we also remember that everybody ain't gonna be like, everybody wasn't big on Charlemagne for a long time. Like I remember Charlotte used to do some crazy stuff, and I was like, yo, Uncle Charlotte all the way. Then when he, like you said, when he calmed down, that's when I kind of stopped watching the Breakfast Club, because I wasn't getting the Charlemagne that I knew I was gonna get. Like some ignorant shit come out of his mouth. He'd be like, "Yo, why would you ask that question?" But thank you for asking it.
Oh, and we'll get into that like in some of these other clips, but like did you ever hear? So obviously he came out with the books talking about mental health, and I actually purchased one of the books. And there was this running joke that if you close your eyes and spin around and say anxiety 3 times, Charlemagne will pop up in your room. Oh my god, man!
You know what's dumb? As you were saying it, I was thinking about doing it, and I was like, I want to hear what happens at the end, though. I want to hear what happens at the end first.
Oh man,
I don't think I want the Charlemagne treatment. I don't want the Charlotte treatment. No, I want the pre. You know, if I did do that, I want the pre-bleach.
Oh,
Charlotte.
There's a clip again. See, what I loved about Twitter's reaction to Angela Yee's really vague tweet, and that was a perfect rollout, like in my opinion, of how they went about it, because they basically made everybody think that they broke up completely, which I kind of didn't think so because of the contract that DJ Envy signed, where I knew he was locked in for like a long time. So I knew that it wasn't going to be completely over. I thought it was either. I thought Charlemagne and Angela were both going to leave because
That's what I thought.
Because Charlemagne has a lot of things going on. He's not just like solely on the radio anymore. Like he has all these other production projects. I mean, he had a thing with the HBO. I don't know if he still does, but he has a lot of stuff outside of the radio business that can keep him busy. So, but
I mean, I'll say this. I don't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead.
I don't feel like Angela Yee leaving is a big hindrance for the Breakfast Club. Only because I feel like, if we being honest, I feel like Charlemagne has carried the Breakfast Club for so long.
I 100% agree.
I don't think
he was the reason I tuned in.
Yeah, like I've never really been like, ooh, Angela Yee, or like DJ Envy, yes, with what was that episode? When his Beige Rage, and the I think recently when he did that thing with his wife.
Oh my god, where he said he didn't make his wife come for 20 years or something insane like that.
Why are you married?
Why you say that? I see this I see this trend on Twitter that's basically like I could be in jail. They could have a gun to my head and I'm not saying this information out loud. And and again, transparency, that's one of the things with this podcast. But you know what else is? It's discrepancy. Keep some of that shit to yourself. Don't be giving it all up, man. It's like shout out to Irv Gotti last week, so you got to keep
I know we get into that. And when we get into that, I got a lot to say about that. I thought about that
we can heavy. Definitely. I haven't tuned into the first episode of the documentary, but I'm 100% going to, especially because I heard it's actually very well done.
Oh wow!
But you did point out the way in which they ask questions that you're like, why the fuck are you asking that? But you know what? Good thing that you're asking that. Well, this
was not necessary.
This was just insane.
Stuff promo, like, is that really your meat? Pause.
Envy, this is so weird. Why you can't ask questions
like when he did that, I was like, dude, this is such an Envy thing to do.
But the pause, you can't say pause after being Skittles community. You can't do it.
Oh my god,
can't do it. I don't mean no harm if you are a Skittles community, but listen, you can't say that after what you just spewed out. Pause is just irrelevant at that point. Like adding pause to it is like, bro, you might as well just ask the question and not pause anything, because right now I'm not moving forward at all with this conversation. But he asked the question. Just play it one more time, because I just the way he popped in a question. Just the way he popped in a question was just like, huh? Like even Safari was like.
And Safari knows that they be saying wild shit, and even he was like, "Wait a minute."
He's like, "You didn't just say that." I think that's the one thing about that show is the unpredictability. That's what kept me intrigued. The dope classic interviews with possibly my favorite was Jay-Z around the Magna Carta.
100%. Yeah, that I back when Jay-Z was still somewhat giving interviews out.
Somewhat, that's very light.
Right.
Or this guy. Just play that one more time. Listen to how
I'm
he
more
acts.
like, is that really your meat? Pause.
This is so
He didn't even sound
weird. Why
confident
you
in the
can't ask
pause.
questions like that?
He wanted to know. He wanted to know for himself. It wasn't nobody else. He wanted to know for himself.
It's funny you say that because, again, this is off the Breakfast Club, but Charlemagne had NBA player Serge Ibaka, where he interviewed him, and then he asked him if that's all you in those sweatpants, and Serge was like, "What?"
See,
And then Charlemagne tried to clean it up, like, "Oh, I was asking for my niece." Like, what? Shut up, Charlemagne.
I think Charlemagne and Skittles community too, if you ask me, but that's
A
not a
lot of
problem.
rumors,
But
Dizzy Van
I mean, it's not
Winkle.
my problem. It's not my booty hole being disrupted. But
Oh,
I'm just
Oh.
saying, I believe Charlemagne is. That's just me.
you know what? I think our on camera chemistry is going on because you're kind of tapping into the next clip now. What's the craziest gift you've ever received from
Oh
a
my god.
coworker? You know where this is going. You know where
This
this is going.
wasn't. Let me tell you something. This gift, I wouldn't think to give to my woman. Let
First of
alone
all,
we see how this turned out on Martin. Why would you do it?
all right, this is a Charlemagne giving a gift to Envy, a very personal gift of sorts.
That is a mold of my ass. Ooh, don't you tear my ass up like that. You be gentle with my ass, goddammit.
God.
Ooh, it's jiggling too. It's jiggling, baby. Go ahead, baby. It's
Now-
jiggling, baby.
now-
Go ahead, baby. Ooh.
Yeah,
Look at
thinking,
He's
Envy's
having
face.
way too much fun.
Balls?
Happy.
Balls?
Listen,
Is that your balls?
if you want them to be,
What? The,
what do you want them to be? Use your imagination, young man.
hold
All
on.
right. Hey.
And it was rubber.
Just the way it was jiggling to me was just like, no.
I can't stop hearing Charlemagne jiggling, baby.
Oh my god. Hey, yo, is that your balls? They could be whatever you want.
Use your imagination. That was my man's response. Use your imagination. Nah, bro. I wouldn't even, man, listen, I watched Martin and I seen that one episode where Gina got him that African booty. Ever since then, I will never ever think about a booty given to anybody that includes BBLs.
There's no way that was planned, right? Like, there's no way. Like Envy had to, because Envy's reaction to me was way too organic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't credit Envy being like the acting type. Like, this had to have been an organic moment.
I think Envy was laughing because he knew Charlemagne can go very far. But once he seen it, he was like, he just tops himself every time. So you just got no choice but to laugh. Cause like if you watch it, you sit there, like you said, I would never get this to my girl. I would never get this to my girl.
Nah.
Let alone my coworker.
Can you imagine going to go get that mold done?
I didn't think that part through.
Charlemagne is going to extreme lengths to be funny on the show.
I didn't even think that through.
There's a person out there that had to mold Charlemagne's butt and apparently his balls.
And how did they? Never mind.
Yeah, let's just leave it as a deeper dark.
Yeah, I'm
criminal link.
gonna let that sink because that's not what. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just finish doing what I was doing. Go ahead.
Another one of my favorite moments is whenever Charlemagne listens to someone rap, and he's honest. You know, like I really appreciate his honesty when it comes to like sharing his opinions on people's music or their music.
That was really awkward.
Because like Charlemagne wasn't saying anything, and then literally just he's like, Charlemagne is mean.
Yo, but like I hope everyone watched that with the intent that Lakeith was really good and you was rooting for him and you believed him as a rapper. Because Charlemagne just to sit there and just be like,
I mean, I 100% was like the first time I watched it, I was like, okay. I'm seeing where he could go with this, and I was listening with that same ear of like, yo, I want to really like listen to this. I want to like, I'm kind of liking the approach he's going for, not like a strict like, how do I say it? Like not a basic, but like a standard rap approach, like the basic rhyme scheme. Like he really tried to give us something there, and Charlamagne was
I
just
was looking for something because Lakeith to me is smart. I don't know what it is.
yeah.
It's something about his aura. It's just like it comes off as smart. So when I heard that he was rapping, get ready to rap, I was like, yo, he gotta be giving me some shit.
And you got to think about
Charlamagne
it.
made it feel like it was, but he
And
tried.
here's the thing. That interview before that happened was fantastic. I was like, yo, Lakeith is an ill dude. Like, I'm a huge fan already. Like, I already like kind of I had only just gotten to like get to know him from obviously Get Out, Atlanta. So I was like, okay, like, oh, this is like a deeper look into the person that's behind the actor. So like in the context of the interview, it was a little like, oh, like you felt the cringe if you really watched the interview and then you got to that part. Like, it was a whole like spectacle. The same way you said, it's like you're listening to it like, yo, I really like this guy. Oh, I hope the raps are good, you know.
And
But
then it's like I just see the tweet tonight from a female. She was like, I hope my future bae doesn't rap because if I don't like it, what I'm gonna say? Like, how we gonna move past that? That was that moment. That was that moment right there. That's that moment. Like, what do you say after that? You just be like, that was good. You want some fries? Like, you gotta ask something else after that because it's just, yeah, that's cringe. I'm glad I could rap and I could really rap and females weren't lying to me. I'm glad that.
no, you definitely can. You definitely can.
I'm glad I could rap.
No,
Because if I said I could, they're gonna be like, really? Yeah, and then I really rap. And they're like, oh wow. And I'm like, all right, cool. But
You know, I
staring
did
at
see
me?
some tweets from you though. I did see some tweets from you. You getting that itch back? You gonna get back in the studio?
little Pookie going on a little bit.
Okay.
I think I actually just talked to my producer tonight. Crazy shit. I just talked to my producer tonight. We was talking about what we could do for the last project. So we're talking a lot. We're not finding the sound yet, but we're talking. He has a sound, but I don't have
It's just building the foundation of what the project could be.
I'll say this. If you listen to No Society Rules, or you're going to go listen to No Society Rules after this interview,
Mhm.
It'll give you a little bit of where I tend to dance next
Okay.
on the level of what I plan to speak on. I'll say that.
I'll be posting the links on the story when the pod drops on Twitter. So we gonna introduce to the crowd out here in Cali.
And listen, I appreciate it. I do. I just want everybody to know to enjoy the music because this next thing is the last thing from me, and I mean it. And I'm saying it live here for the first time in front of people. I'm hanging it up after this. I'm serious. I'm not joking. I will drop some features and do a couple singles, but I'm not doing nothing.
I was gonna ask you, are you gonna retire like Jay-Z, where you're gonna retire and then drop 3 more albums, or are you gonna retire like Joe Bud and then move on to the next avenue?
Well, ironically enough, Jay-Z is my favorite, but I learned from Jay-Z not to say it until you actually mean it. But I also watched his recent interview with Kevin Hart, and he's right. It doesn't die. It doesn't go anywhere. But much like where he's at, not to say that I'm Jay-Z, but where he's at mentally with music is I only do it if I feel something to say. And I have a lot to say, but I haven't formulated the way to say it yet. So I don't have anything to say.
No, I feel it. It's a thought process. You don't want to just throw it out. You want to have an actual like foundation and an infrastructure of how you're going to present your thoughts and feelings.
Yeah, because I'm an Aquarius, so I think a lot. So I like people don't understand. Like that's why I love J. Cole. He's an Aquarius. So like the stuff he thinks about musically, I'd be like, oh, I was just thinking, or why didn't I think of that? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a lane that no one's touched yet, but there's nothing new under the sun. So I'm trying to find the new tree under the sun to give a different type of shade.
It'll come to you. I feel like that's how these things kind of happen. Like this thing has been this thing took about a year before I even started putting it into like making this an actual show before it was just a thought. You know what I mean? So that I completely understand. I wanted to make sure you're putting it out in a manner that represents what you want it to represent, and also can stand on its own 2 feet.
And I'll say this last thing as a hint. This first and last album for me was supposed to be an album name years ago.
Okay.
But way life worked and way things worked out for the story that I've been telling as an artist, it fits for the final placement of J Romel ever. So guys, get ready, but go listen to the old music and enjoy that. But
tap in. I'll be adding it to the link tree. I'll be putting the links into the story. Tap in.
And Alex, I want to say thank you too for that, because honestly, y'all, that wasn't even in the plans to talk about that. I
wanted to bring it up organically like this. This was great. I didn't want to make it seem like it was like the media rollout shit. Like I wanted to.
Yeah, this wasn't planned, guys.
Yeah,
this wasn't planned. And honestly, this is the first time I actually talked about like letting go of music, because like honestly, the way that I've been moving in my life as a father and as a man without music, having a relationship and trying to teeter everything that's going on in life, it's brought a different perspective to things, and it's shown me more so of like, I'm glad I got back on Twitter. I will say that, because I met you. Shout out to Denny.
Shout out Denny.
He's funny. I ain't gonna lie, I used to think Denny was like a quiet, shy guy, but then when he started tweeting, I was like, all right, never mind.
Nah, that man is nuts, man. Like
yeah, just throw that out the window.
Yeah,
but
no disrespect to him with his lady, but that's a nasty man right there. That's the Charlemagne of our friend group. Oh man, we definitely
I don't want no molded asses for any reason at all. Hey, that's the case.
That's gonna be the fantasy trophy.
No, you know what? I'm not playing this year. I'm not playing. I'm not. By the way, I just want to say too about fantasy. Denny last year, I want everybody to know his team was horrible. He started off great. I'm not gonna hold you. He had great on paper. He looked awesome. Don't get me wrong, but didn't work out that way. And I just want to say this year I'm going to win the league this year.
Dude, Denny, the last 2 years in fantasy and all the leagues we're in, he was like the Cowboys. It's our year, and then the season started coming out, and he just went to shit. Shout out to
Denny and the Cowboys.
Denny and the Cowboys. He's a Saints fan though, so he's definitely on the
now that part. I mean, we can't help that part there. Yes. The Cowboy part, the Saints part, you got a chance. He got a chance this year.
Yeah,
you got a chance this year. Who's your team again?
Steelers, man. Steelers.
Oh yeah, I respect you guys. Yeah. By the way, tell Pickens don't be doing that to my corners like that. Okay.
Oh my God, can't I tell you?
Don't do that. It's preseason, bro. Don't do that.
NFL young boy, man.
Nah. Listen. I know he moving like a vet, but come on, man. Come on.
He just be giving that ski mask energy out, like whether he's on the field, off the field, like, and he did that, and he even tried to do the same thing he did at Georgia, where he like nodded at him like, shh.
Like, come on, man. Don't do that, man. Like, chill out. My Seahawks are trying to get themselves together. Don't be tearing us down like that, man. Like, that hurt my heart. I saw that clip. I said, no. Not preseason. No, not preseason.
Oh, my God.
No.
My God. That, it's just like that. To me, that's just, it like gives me like the Hines Ward, like old smash mouth football type shit. So I love that. Ooh. I love seeing that. You know, because Hines Ward was he was
a blocker.
Oh, my God. He shout out to Keith Rivers, wherever you are, USC linebacker, ended up on the Bengals. Hines Ward freaking blocked him and ended up like laying him out, breaking his jaw, like ruining his rookie season. Like, just the guy was a menace, and that's just what we're getting. And Hines Ward was from Georgia. George Pickett's from Georgia. You know, it's the Bulldog way.
Listen, I'm gonna just say this, and I gotta say this just as a fan of football. Hines Ward was Hines Ward was so underrated. The person that I say is a Seahawks with Hines Ward is Doug Baldwin.
Oh, Doug
That's
Baldwin.
Who he reminded me of.
Like, when they use the reference, he got that dog in him, that's Doug Baldwin. 100%. That man would not back down no matter who was across the line, and he would always make the contested catches that, like, a receiver of his stature, theoretically, like, because, you know,
should not be making.
it's like a DK Metcalf like catch where it's like you got the height, you got the body, just so much body control when he was
That catch in
grabbing it.
Minnesota in that cold winter playoff game, I remember because I was homeless too. I was homeless sitting in a freaking hotel lobby watching that game, and he caught that ball like he was Michael Jordan. I call it a Michael Jordan catch.
Oh my god.
It's the Michael Jordan catch. So I just want to say Doug Baldwin and Hines Ward, and now we can possibly add Pickens to the mix. It's gonna be an issue. He's gonna be an issue. I see that.
I'm copping that Pickens jersey after, especially because I got the Najee jersey last year. Shout out Edwin, he got it for me for my birthday. I'm gonna get that Pickens one this year.
Oh my god!
Man.
Ooh,
man, we got
no, and y'all got
something.
y'all got a good quarterback, so y'all should be good.
There was a clip. I don't know if you saw it on Twitter, but I had posted. So I had gone to SoFi Stadium. I had won some tickets to watch the draft there.
Okay.
Took my baby brother, and man, my brother recorded my reaction, and I didn't realize he was recording till after. But you should have seen my face when they said George, when they said Kenny Pickett, and I was thinking it was Malik Willis. Like my face was like you could tell. Like you see my face, I was like, what? And then I see my brother recording, and I know he's a 49er fan, so I can't let him get me down. So like, nah, hell yeah. That's
right. Your brother is a 49er fan. That's
yeah,
right.
my brother's exactly.
So is my son.
Shenanigans. Really?
Yeah.
That's gonna divide the house later.
It already did. I told him when preseason started, I said, "Hey, it's over now." He was like, "What?" I said, "It's this football season, so you know I don't like you no more." He's like, "Well, we don't like you, C-bums." I was like, "All right, bet."
C-bums?
Yeah, he heard me say that last year during one of the games, and he's been running with it ever since. And I was like, I gotta watch what I say about my team in front of him now. So.
Oh my god, you gave him ammo.
Yeah, a little too much, and now, I got Drew Lock, so I should be okay.
Well, here's the thing. I was a believer of Drew Lock, and again, it's hard for me because I was a believer of him when he was in Denver, and it was really hard for me to watch him kind of how'd I say it? He looked too much like a deer in the headlights, if that makes sense.
I think he had too many coaching changes too.
That too, but I also think like he kind of just with the new coaching regime, like, they kind of just wanted to get their guy out in there. So I just think that's ultimately what kind of pushed him out of there.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I think, and I'll be honest, and this is like, I'm not on no LeBron James bullshit right now. I literally when I play Madden, by the way, I got 23 and I'm waiting for that on, what day is that? The 18th. Need that. I played my franchise. I always get the Seahawks to start off. And it was like Russell's, like my third year to the franchise, and I traded Russell to the Broncos for Drew Lock. It worked out, and I was like, yo, if we were to get rid of Russell, I'd probably take Drew Lock. And somebody was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I'm taking Drew Lock. Now we got him, and looking at the way he moved that first game, the way that offense was so fast, it reminded me of the Rams. We have the Rams coordinator. They look just like the Rams.
Here's the thing. With the Seahawks, I feel like the way that they've built their defenses over the years, I was really sad to see freaking Bobby Wagner leave at the same season that Russell. And again, I get it, it's the rebuild shit. I know you
could have kept Bobby.
I know you were talking about why am I Coach Carroll, Pete Carroll, you wanted him to get the boot.
Hashtag FPC. If you don't know what that means fire Pete Carroll, fuck Pete Carroll, whatever F goes good for Pete Carroll in front, take it, okay? Forget Pete Carroll. But at this moment, it's on a truce. I will say that.
Okay.
It's on a truce right now because we're in the season. He's my coach. We've made our decision. I got to see if he can do it. If he can do it and make me put my foot in the mouth, I'm going to take my foot being in my mouth. I'm going to go back and look at those tweets and clown myself. But until then,
I respect that.
Until then, we had a truce. That's all. We had a truce.
I'm gonna have to do that pretty soon when I might be rooting for Mitch Trubisky at quarterback week 1. Because I don't think they're gonna let Pickett start right away.
Either way, though, you'll be fine.
Trubisky, to me, I feel like he got the short end of the stick. in Chicago. I feel like play calling hasn't been beneficial to any quarterback, whether they be Fields or Trubisky or Foles. So, I mean, we've always wanted a mobile quarterback in this offense. And again, Big Ben has the knees of a 97-year-old, the way he played the last couple seasons. So he couldn't really run the offense that Matt Canada wanted to run. But, you know, it is what it is. God bless Ben for giving us one more year and one more playoff push, and, you know, giving it to the Browns on their on his last game. But real quick, back to the Breakfast Club. I just want 2 more clips to show you that I just
before we get to those clips, I just want to say this about football. We're done.
Yeah.
I put my truth on hold with Pete Carroll, but it's fuck Russell Wilson. Okay, now let's ride into the next clip. Let's ride into the next clip.
Broncos country. Oh my god, that shit was hilarious. Charlemagne is in fucking sane, and I mean that respectfully, because he asked Magic Johnson the magic question that I think a lot of people would ask jokingly, but would never actually say it to his face.
I would have.
Okay. And J Romel.
When you first got the information, did you ever say to yourself, it was that nasty bitch from Sacramento who did that?
Not like that.
Oh my god.
You think like that, no question about it. But I think what happens is you definitely go back and you start thinking, but you can't trace it, you know.
Yo, he handled that very well. That media training was fantastic.
I will say this though, I would have asked, but not like that.
Yeah, that was like really going the extra mile on that one.
Like, and you know what's crazy? When Charlotte asks these questions, I really want to know if they're on his computer.
Oh man, they definitely are.
Like, I really want to know if he looks at that question and just be like, when can I ask this? Never, but I'm going to figure out a perfect time to ask this.
Oh my god, that shit's hilarious, man.
I want, you know what? When Charlemagne watches this, I want you to let us know if those questions are on your screen. And if not, I'm never doing a fucking interview with you.
Yo, you know what? I'm gonna make this a reel. I'm gonna tag Charlemagne every day for a week, and let's see if we get him.
All right, say less. That's what we're doing.
Some attention. Yeah.
Say less. We're doing it. I'm doing it twice a day. Say less, and I'm gonna be an asshole about it every time because he will probably respond to that.
That's fucking. Yeah, you might. Now, going in line with the conversation of the way Charlemagne asked questions, Tory Lanez came on the Breakfast Club, and you know, Tory has not been shy discussing the way that he has gone through treatments to get his hair back. And Charlemagne was asking the hard-hitting questions that day. I don't know if there's anything you want to add before I hit play, but the way Charlemagne handled the situation and the way that Charlemagne almost got somebody hit with a stray because of it was just peak Breakfast Club comedy.
I don't know to say, but don't come over. I'm gonna fuck you up,
bro. That shit was hilarious.
Edges. My hair was never that fucked up. I just once my edges started going crazy.
Shit, Tori.
I swear to God,
your hairline was trash like mine.
Look at my old shit. Okay. Everything in here was straight. Just my sides and my edges was getting crazy, my nigga. It was getting ridiculous. So I was like, yo, I gotta fix this shit. Nah,
a Safari?
Nah, I don't know who Safari went to be honest with you.
How much yours ran you?
My shit was like 30,000, shit like that.
Damn.
Yeah, nigga, it costs money, my nigga, if you want to be right. Or niggas end up going, to shit like Bosley, and then they go fuck your head up because they not like, you know what I'm saying?
Look at Charlotte.
My shit good. I'm my
Nick, come here, get the camera, Nick.
Hey, yo, Nick, if you come over here, I'll beat your ass, my nigga. Some real shit about to try to play me in this motherfucker. Man. You get Nick fucked up over here. I'm about to beat Nick ass.
Hey, no Tory.
No more cameraman for Breakfast Club and shit. Like, she would have been crazy.
Yo.
Cameraman would have been all fucked up.
One more joke that
Charlemagne the wall. You would have heard all kind of noises in the back. You trying to get Nick fucked up.
No Tory. Pass Big Tory your hat, man.
What's that?
Yo.
Shit. Big Tory, I'm gonna go take a smoke break. I can't handle these smoke.
What the fuck, man? Charlemagne, dude. You know what? He is the Breakfast Club to me.
Yeah, like you can't pick out any moment where Charlotte didn't have a moment. Like and even in the moments where he had bad moments, he found ways to just make it cool. Like even with Monique, when she was like kept calling him Leonard, and she said the reference of the movie that I forgot what reference of the movie she used, and he was like, "All right." And clap.
Listen, I was Team Charlotte that whole situation. I thought Monique. I feel like Monique was kind of scapegoating her roles in these situations as opposed to like what Charlemagne was going at. Because when she made him when he made her Donkey of the Day, that turned into 2 weeks of back and forth from her. Well, mainly her. She was just like ghost fighting.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I can't really. I was on Charlotte's side anyway, cause I'm not, and I don't care about no. If you cut on my Twitter, say anything crazy, I'm gonna light you up. What I'm about to say, all right?
Yeah,
I'm not a big Monique fan. That's me. I don't think she's like really funny to me. The Parkers, if you ask me, was Kim.
I agree with you. I
I'm gonna
watched that
just tell
growing
you
up.
that's why I watched it. But as far as Monique as a comedian, I'm not like head over heels trying to watch her shit. So I really wasn't even on her side anyway. Business wise, I was like, it's Netflix. They make a lot of money. Like you got to bring a lot of money back to a lot of money coming in, and
Yeah,
your name just didn't do it. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
agree.
I think, like you said, it's a scapegoat, but then she turns around now she got a Netflix special. For me, that's like you bit the hand that fed you, and the hand that is feeding you now, you not gonna bite again at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just it's hypocritical to me, and I would have I would have preferred her to stay in her own stance and figure out some. Even go to Hulu,
Yeah,
find another outlet. You know what I'm saying? Like do something different versus saying, "Oh well, fuck them." Oh, you want me to come back? All right, cool.
do
Nah.
you do you fuck with Andrew Schultz, comedian?
Little bit, not a lot though.
All right, so he's also had his run-ins with the networks and all that about getting a comedy special out. This motherfucker went out and started putting clips of his special on social media to get people, more excited about it. And for this last one that he did, he actually sold it, and he basically said, "Hey, you pay me. It's like $15, and if you get it, it's yours. You get to watch it as much as you want. But once I stop selling it, I stop selling it. I just bought it. I bought it yesterday. I fuck with him, and I respect that approach.
Smart. That's
Like to
smart.
me, that to me is like almost kind of like attacking the niche market and making it your own.
That's smart as
Like,
shit.
yeah, 100%. I'm loving. I just love when people kind of like attack the industry they're in and kind of force them to adapt to an alternative way of making money in there. You know what I
That's
mean?
smart as fuck. Cause now it's like a limited edition of it. It's not like you can, like you said, when I'm done selling it, that's it. So whoever has it, and you gotta find that person that has it. And if you don't know somebody who likes Andrew Schultz, you might not have it. If you don't know Alex, you're not gonna have it.
Yeah.
So that's smart as fuck. That's a good way to get art out. And I like artists, like you said, I like artists like that. And I say
Yeah.
artist because that's an artist. Like he found a way to put his art out in a different way. So I love art like that. You find a way to present your art the way you want to, unlike, you know, Monique. No
Yeah.
bonnets.
No bonnets. So I was gonna go into Drink Champs with the B2K. It didn't come out before the pod. So let me just ask you with Drink Champs and the Irv Gotti situation. So last week I tapped into it with Medina. Shout out Medina. Let me hear your thoughts on it because I shared my thoughts last week. Like where do you feel? What do you feel about that whole situation?
All right. I can give you a few perspectives. So I'm gonna give you my perspective, and then I'm gonna give you business, and then maybe an artist side of it.
Okay.
If I start the artist side, because that's the easiest. Artist side, I understand both sides. The business aspect of what Irv was saying, and I understand what Ashanti's looking for. So, not saying that I know her full situation because she hasn't spoken on it, but from what Irv Gotti expressed, I understand why she would want her quote unquote stems back. Because that first album is untouchable. As far as a man, nah. 20 years later, nah. I don't even like talking about my donor. Like, no.
Yeah, it's just like it's just such unnecessary. Like, no one had to know any of this
at all. And then on top of that, like, my thing is Ashanti been chilling, bro. Ashanti been chilling.
Ashanti go on vacation like every other week.
And we get all the pictures, so why are you complaining? You get to see what we see. You just ain't touching it like you used to. But dog, come on, like, stop spoiling it for the rest of us. Like, chill out, Herb. If anything, I wanted to know how she made them sideburns sit every video. That's what I wanted to fucking know. I didn't want to fucking know your relationship issues, to be honest with you. That's what I want to know. The eyebrow trick. I mean, the sideburn trick. Because that right there was amazing. It was just, it stopped and it was perfect all the time in the same spot. So, like, I wanted to know how that worked. But as a man, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
No,
I'm just not. And I guess business-wise, like I said, I understand it. I understand it. So I get every angle, but nah. And then it's Irv. Irv Gotti. Like, bro, you bought us so much timeless music. And you doing this?
And he called her a bitch a few times before Ja Rule kind of was like, yo, you got to stop with that shit.
I didn't know that. Seriously?
Yeah, he called her a bitch, and Ja Rule kept on saying, like, yo, you need to cut that shit out. Like don't be like that's not what we're doing here. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just like he's like, you know, this man has been like mulling over at night. Like he must be, anytime he gets blackout drunk, he's definitely crying over Ashanti the way he talks.
Oh yeah, definitely to his wife.
Oh, exactly. And his wife's like, I don't know what you want me to do with this information.
I'm not Ashanti. You want me to get up and shake, rock with my left arm? I don't know what else to do. Like,
you want me to dip it low?
You want me to sing, "Ooh, baby"? What you want me to do? I don't know what you want me to do. And then that's another thing. Like, he married.
From what I heard, he was married at the time, but he was separated. But then he also had a 20-something-year-old woman next to him watching the NBA game with him when he found it. It just screams just like somebody who try to eat their cake, have their cake and eat it too.
Listen, I am madly in love with my woman, okay? But I'm never, ever going to go on anything and talk stupid like that. 1, 2, let alone tell. First of all, if I'm knocking off Ashanti, I ain't saying shit to nobody.
Yeah, I'm keeping that to myself.
I ain't saying it to nobody. What you want to know? No, I'm not doing it. Why? I don't have to. I'm happy. You should be happy too. Play Ashanti if you want to. I'll be her biggest promoter. Like, it wouldn't be no issues. But nah, Irv lost me on that one. And you know what's crazy? I didn't even watch like the interview because my brother watched it. And he was like, "Oh, he talked about Ashanti for like an hour." I was like, "Bro, I'm not watching a grown man talk to me about a relationship that I didn't know existed."
No one did. Literally, even Fat Joe, who was like there in that era, was like, "I didn't even know they were doing that."
So my thing is like, if she ain't saying nothing, why are you saying something?
And then the best part about it was that Irv said that he found out by seeing that the game he was watching was announcing that Nelly was courtside with.
I want to know what game that nigga was watching. I don't think no one asked that question. What game was he watching? Because I never seen a game stop and say Nelly and Ashanti's in the building.
Well, actually, I feel like during the broadcast, they'll in between like timeouts. That's how Chris Brown got caught up with Karrueche when he was with Rihanna when he was supposed to be with Karrueche.
Okay,
because you know, like they'll be like, "Oh, who's in attendance?" Like, I think that's how it happened. But I think he was being dramatic because he's just fucking dramatic. Like, he's hurt.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That's what I was saying. I was like, what game were you fucking watching where they just stopped? Like, now I know they do that with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like, they'll do Jay-Z and Beyonce in the middle of a fucking timeout. No problems.
Yeah.
But they're not Jay-Z and Beyonce. It's Deli and Ashanti. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
but it's Irv Gotti. You right. So I should have thought that through. My bad, Irv.
Irv, man. Well,
But he called her a bitch.
He called her a bitch. He called her a bitch. He called her a roach too. So when he got into his legal trouble, apparently she just never talked to him again, and he said that was a roach because she was only using him for his music talent or like his production, his help. And then he went on to say that she never had another album to the tier that I was when I was involved.
I think I could break down the relationship right now for y'all. Here it is, exclusive. Irv Gotti was fucking Ashanti, and Ashanti was fucking Irv Gotti. Irv Gotti fell in love with Ashanti. Ashanti didn't feel the same. Ashanti was being an independent woman like she is, still strutting her stuff, doing her thing, still fucking around, but she had Irv in her back pocket. She could do whatever she wanted with Irv. And Irv realized that 20 years later. And now we're here. There it is.
During the process of creating the documentary, he's like, damn, I was just the booty call.
Yeah, he realized it. He was like, dang, that's why she wasn't there when I needed her the most. That's why she never answered my phone calls when I was crying over my son. Damn, this bitch. And Ja was just like, hey, yo, my nigga, like, and then it, but I didn't watch the interview, and I don't intend on watching a grown man cry for an hour over it. And I get it, it's Ashanti. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure she got the good. But
I just don't get the angle as to where he thought this would work publicly, because if we're talking about like PR purposes, like this just makes Ashanti look great because she's not responding or even trying to be petty back. And Irv has been consistently, like, he said that the song Happy was written after they had sex. And I was like, you giving up way too much. Giving up way too much.
See, that's what I'm talking about. He was in love.
Cringy as hell.
He was in love. She wasn't. I guarantee you, if Ashanti was going to come out and be honest, she would say, I wasn't feeling Irv like that. We was just fucking. That's how I viewed it. I thought he was like, we can use it because a lot of women use this nowadays. I thought he was big bro. So, we was just fucking around, boom. And now he fell for me and I didn't feel the same way. That's probably why she left, if we're being honest. But
yeah, maybe he wasn't with the arrangement and he was trying to do too much. And she was like, you know what? Like, Nelly just offered me 4 seats, so I'm goody.
Yeah, like, and then on top of that, like, bro, that's Nelly. He made hot in here, bro. He had women taking off their clothes. Like, what are you talking about, bro? He had women taking off their, and it's still to this day. You say it's hot in here. You say what? Take off all your clothes.
Oh my god! To even people that weren't in that, like, we're in that vicinity of music. Like, even I have like younger cousins that know that reference. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's one of those timeless records, which one day when you come back, if you're willing to, we could talk about how the streaming era is kind of ruining that, because everything's turning.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
I want to have Denny on the pod. I want you to see the nasty. I want to hear the nasty man in person.
We got to with that. That's the one I'm coming back for. Yes, I'm coming back for that. Yes.
We'll do it in between football. I'll try to find a weekend when one of our teams play each other, so we could be scorned on there as well.
Do we play y'all this year? I think we might.
Let's see, Steelers schedule.
I know for a fact we got the FC West.
Let's see.
Or is it next year we play y'all?
We're playing the AFC East.
Oh yeah, so
we play the Saints in November.
That's the one.
That's gotta be the one. That's the one. Damn, they're gonna be annoying as hell if I come in here after they lose.
You know what though? I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna instigate that whole time.
Dude, just create a ruckus on Twitter.
Because I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest too. Regardless if we win or losing, we're gonna exceed expectations. That's all I care about this year. Exceeding expectations this year. If we make it to the playoffs, I'm joyful. If we get a chance to get to the Super Bowl, I'm talking shit. Okay, I'm going Richard Sherman full out.
if y'all make the playoffs in that division, you better not just be happy to be there. You better be beyond fucking excited because
Why do
the
people
NFC
hype
West.
this division? Listen,
I fuck with Trey Lance, man. I think Trey Lance could really do
Listen.
something.
I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about the Cardinals. Let's be honest.
The Cardinals are the one team where it's like you can kind of see them fall off based on everything kind of going on behind the scenes.
And Kyler Murray don't watch film, so I ain't worried about him. Stafford and the Rams. I am concerned about Stafford and the Rams, and it's not because of the offense. It's because of that defense. They have two of my favorite players right now in the game on their defense, and plus Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
You got Bobby Wagner now in the middle, who can read and smash anybody coming up the middle. Pause.
Sideline to sideline.
Yes, and he was still doing it last year. Jalen Ramsey. So you got one side of the field, you can't run the ball. You almost can't pass. You might just punt on the first down at this point. Like, it's ridiculous. So, I like the Rams. Yes, the Rams are always my concern, but 49ers, yeah.
They could be either really shitty or could be really surprising. Is it because last year they went through a rough patch.
Yeah.
And then they kind of got it going in the end. Because I low-key had a fucking Super Bowl bet for them like week 12 or something when I started seeing them like I was like, oh man, they might really be doing something this year. Because it's always the teams that go on a late run that really give that push. Like I remember when the Steelers when we faced the Seahawks that year, the Steelers.
I still don't know how we got to the Super Bowl that year.
I still don't know how that game went the way it went. Like that
I'm
game,
glad it went the way it went. Okay,
when I
didn't want Matt Hasselbeck to win.
When I watched that game, it blows my mind because I remember being I was young and just watching that game and not realizing like, damn, this game is not what I remembered it was.
But it's crazy because I actually watched a little bit of that Super Bowl recently on YouTube, and I was like, the first question and the same question I always ask is, how did we make it to the Super Bowl with Joe Jurevicius? We had Sean Alexander, Matt Hasselbeck, Joe Jurevicius. How? We had a great line, yes, but my quarterback was average at best.
Matt Hasselbeck has that famous
you know when I
line
stopped liking Hasselbeck?
When he said we're gonna go score in overtime.
Yes.
We got picked off by Al Harris.
Yes. When he said it, I was like, no, you can't say that. You don't have the willpower to say that. And then he did that. I said, oh my God, this is not. I don't even want to go to school tomorrow. I don't want to think about this. Yeah. So Matt Hasselbeck forever is in the doghouse for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be looking at my quarterback the same if he'd be doing something like that. Oh Jesus. But
yeah, I'm glad y'all won that Super Bowl. I am as a Seahawks fan, I'm saying this. I don't care. I'm glad we lost that Super Bowl because to this day I don't know how we made it.
I got two things to say about the Seahawks. One, Jordan Brooks is gonna be that guy. Love that. Love him. I think that's a generational piece to that defense.
That's a Bobby Wagner 2.0.
Now, for the running back position, unfortunately, Chris Carson, his neck is beyond jacked up. Like, if I saw the metal hardware that is now in his neck, I hope and pray that man has as much of a normal life as he can, because that's just so unfortunate. He was a great running back, put the ball on the ground a few times too many, but was a phenomenal running back. And now Rashad Penny went fucking nuts to end the year.
He just got hurt.
Yeah, he has soft tissue injury, which is always scary. Ken Walker, which I think he might be dealing with a hernia. Which of those two do you think ends up being the guy? Because obviously y'all invested a first in Penny. Ken Walker was what, a second or third round pick?
Kenny.
See, I want to say Penny too, but again,
no, I said Kenny.
Kenny. Oh, I'm sorry, Kenny. They said Penny.
No, okay. And it's crazy because I said it in my head at first. And I was like, it's gonna sound like Penny. Watch.
Does he go by Ken now?
He goes by Kenneth Walker the third. So I guess I should have said Kenneth. We'll go with Kenneth.
I remember. I think on the app, the one I showed you about that Dynasty League, I think it showed that he changed his name to Ken on
Okay.
NFL. I don't know if he did or not, but that's what I thought I saw, and I was always like, damn, like it's not as ill that Ken is running the ball as opposed to
Yeah, Kenneth. I like Kenneth better. We go with Kenneth.
Yeah.
I think Kenneth is gonna be that guy though, because the style he plays, it remind and not. I'm not saying he is this person, so do not take this in this way. I'm just saying the electricity he brings, because I didn't really watch him in college. When we drafted him, I went instantly and watched his highlights, and I was like, what did we just get? A lightning bolt? Because this is not fair. Because he reminds me of Lockett.
Okay.
But he reminds me of Reggie Bush with the electricity.
I can see he was a very intense runner. Like when I was watching his tape, it's just like that man is on a mission.
And I watched him make a move in training camp. Now people might say it's just training camp, but like the rookies to be able to hit moves the way he ran through the hole. It was Brooks and somebody else. They ran into each other. He juked out, and then he cut back in, and I was like, that's a home run hit. Then I saw his run in the last game where he cut in and cut out, and the cut out was slow, but it was still faster than everybody else. And I was like, okay, he has a second gear that he didn't kick into, and he was still faster than everybody else. So I think he has that Penny feel too, where he can catch the ball. Only thing about Penny and catching is he's bigger and slower.
Yeah.
He's bigger and slower. Like when he makes a catch, if he gets that first juke off, he can get you 8 yards. But most of the time, he ain't getting that first juke off.
God bless Penny, man. He did a lot of work for my fantasy teams last year to help me secure a couple funds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he did. He did. He did. And you know, it's funny. I wanted, and I want y'all to know this. Everybody Alex picked up, they were on my radar. I was getting ready to pick them up, and every time he would pick them up, and I'd be like, "What the fuck? Now I gotta go rethink this whole process."
Yeah.
Like
those waiver wires, man, should make or break your season.
Yeah. Well, I mean, y'all did. You did good though, y'all. We all had fun, and I ain't gonna lie. When I first got, because this is my first year on the app, so I was like,
"What?" Yeah, it's a little different. It's a little different for the first time. It's
yeah, and I was like, when I figured it out, I was like, okay, all right, let's get this team rolling. Yeah. I remember I told you, I said I'm coming for the championship, and y'all was like, all right, I bet. I remember I could see y'all faces reading. Y'all were like, this dude tripping right here. He got what game? Nah, he not doing that.
Do you want to know how many leagues I'm in, including Dynasty and the redraft, the yearly one?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get mad judged by this. I'm in 33 leagues.
Compared to my 2, I thought I was hectic, but okay.
Oh my god. At 9:20, I have to start checking all my lineups to make sure I don't have nobody that's like been ruled out last minute. It's not fun. It's not fun until. Not fun. But I'll tell you, the one thing about having so many leagues is I don't stress out as much because it's like, oh well, it might hurt me in one league, it'll help me in another. It's like it kind of just
okay.
Like I'm focused on watching everything and I'm just enjoying it instead of just like, oh fuck, why did I always hated it when I had to not root against my team, but I'd be like, oh damn, like why did Deontay have to score that right there? Oh, why couldn't that have been fucking Claypool? So.
Yeah, I've gotten better with that over the years, like playing fantasy. Like my first 2 years playing fantasy, I won the championship. So I was on a high horse. I was like, yo, what? My first 2 years, because I think my first year that I played Tim Tebow was my quarterback.
Oh man, what a time.
Eric Dickinson was my wide receiver. So if they hit a home run ball, I was eating. And I was like, I'm good for this week. Tim Tebow done threw 2 touchdowns, ran for 1, threw an interception. I don't care. He's running all the time anyway. Yeah. First 2 years, it was him and Drew Brees.
Damn, that was right before they shipped his ass off and got fucking Peyton Manning.
And I didn't like how they did that, Tim Tebow. I think he could have learned from Peyton and Tim Tebow. Like, I don't care nobody say. I'm a Gator fan, yes, but I'm also going to say this very clearly. Tim Tebow was a good quarterback. Stop listening to media. He was a good quarterback. Even though it took to the fourth quarter in Jesus, but
he found a way to win, and that's all you fucking care about. That's all you should care about is he found a way to win. It wasn't always pretty. Eric Decker had to make a lot of diving catches when the ball was a little too fucking
Wobbly.
too far off. Exactly. But he found a way to before he got removed from that team, he fucking threw a 70 or 60-yard touchdown on the Steelers to get the Broncos to the next round. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he found a way to win.
But they keeping Baker Mayfield in the league.
Oh, Baker Mayfield. See, I'm indifferent towards him only because like I have like my little like annoyance with him because obviously as a Steelers fan I'm like mad annoyed with
Oh, touche.
you know what I mean? So
Okay.
it's almost like I'm extra biased because I'm like fuck Baker. I mean, now that he's in Carolina, I don't know if I have that same feeling, but you know,
I think he's gonna be good in Carolina though.
I have some faith in that. I do.
I think he's gonna be good in Carolina, and I guess it's because of the weapons not to say he didn't have weapons in the Browns, but the organization is very key. That's what I realized about winning championships. Your organization has to be on top of their A game. Look at the Warriors.
Yeah.
Who won the Super Bowl recently?
The Buccaneers. Well, I feel like the Buccaneers with Arians and then Brady, both of them, because they both have very different styles, but they were able to create an ecosystem where they both had the ability to be the big guy, the big shot for certain aspects of the day-to-day operations, and they figured it out, and it worked well. And I know everybody was like thinking that there would be tension, but Arians and Brady figured it out. The Steelers for a hot minute, like especially in the early era of Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, that's not to mention the way that Mike Tomlin kept Antonio Brown out of in check essentially, because no other team has created the infrastructure to give him that.
Antonio Brown.
I
would like him back in the league.
You know what? He kind of is in the league. Everyone's doing his dance.
Yeah.
When George Pickens did that shit and Antonio Brown tweeted him, I know he was like, "Yo, I'm still a Steeler."
I think one AB would fit down in Dallas perfectly. It's a circus.
I've heard that too. I've heard that.
I think like when I heard that today, I was like, I can see that. Him and Jerry Jones.
What about him going to Green Bay? That'd be a fun one for Rodgers.
I would watch that shit. And I hate the Cowboys. I'm watching.
What about Rodgers and Antonio Brown both doing ayahuasca on Tuesdays during walkthroughs and then going to play on Sunday?
I like that too.
That'd be different.
You know what I like for if we talk about the Packers, what I would really like to see with the Packers, Odell Beckham.
Ooh, I thought you were gonna say Will Fuller.
Odell Beckham. I think Odell and A-Rod would make a duo. Not to say that it takes away from Devontae, but I think that duo.
Who? Odell Beckham and who?
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, yes. I thought you said, A-Rod. See, I heard A-Rob. I was like, wait a minute. I don't know this is on the Rams. Okay. I've also seen reports about him going to Buffalo because Von Miller be tweeting him.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that too. And then, oh my God, no. That is, oh my God. Josh Allen. Oh my God.
Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, Knox in the red zone. Now you got Singletary.
They don't have a running back.
They don't, but they have options. So Singletary had, he quietly had a great second half production wise. Maybe he's not going to be a bell cow, but if James Cook can offset what Zach Moss couldn't do, I don't like that. You don't need a top tier running back in the backfield when you got Josh Allen and all those weapons.
I get you.
You're going to keep the defense honest. You can't stack the box.
But okay, so let me say, okay, I'll give you a good running back that could fit that system. Kenyon Drake.
You don't think Kenyon Drake and Singletary kind of provide the same thing?
No. Because you give Drake an offensive line.
I mean, Drake did just fine in Arizona that 1 year. I think
he had an offensive line.
Yeah.
Now I see what you're saying in comparison to him and Singletary, but I think Drake has more upside than Singletary. Singletary to me, I'll say this too. I played with the Bills on Madden to get Josh Allen a Super Bowl, and to be honest, I had to get rid of Singletary. I gave him an extra year to give it a try and say, all right, maybe they see something I don't, so let me see if something's there.
And it
I
just
just
wasn't
don't
it.
see it.
No.
And then I watch his games and I'll be like,
See, that's the thing. I don't see Singletary as being like a bell cow. I see him being like a feature back, like not a feature back, like a guy who gets the 40% as opposed to the 60% of the touches.
I'll take JD McKissick.
Oh, 100%. JD, I'm kind of annoyed he didn't stay with Buffalo and he went back to Washington. I don't know why he would do that.
I'll take JD McKissick.
He was way better off with the Bills and Josh Allen.
But I think he wants some carries too. I mean, but I wouldn't care with Josh Allen.
Oh, I would just want to be on that team.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I got a story for you. Now, I do this where I read some of the stories from a radio station's Facebook comments where people are just leaving their dirty laundry out in public, and Denny will screenshot it and send it to me for production. But I actually heard a story in which a four-way went wrong, and it went wrong in so many levels. So this is a friend of a friend, and I'm keeping this person's identity, my friend, anonymous, because they'll track him back to that person. So that person's friend.
All right. I'm not gonna be able to follow that. We gotta imaginary names. Sherlock.
Okay, hold on. Let's say God, why am I blanking on names? All right, Clara.
Okay.
Clara was going to Vegas with Carlos. We'll make it easy.
Okay.
And then they were meeting up Darla and Damien. Okay. It was the four of them. They out there. They're having a blast. They're drinking. It's day 2 of their 4-day trip. They be lit the entire time. They have the pool party, everything. And then somebody has the idea of like, hey, why don't we have a 4-way? Why don't we trade, have sex and we trade partners? Keep in mind, context-wise, each person is in a relationship that has been together, I would say, for at least 1.3 years. At least 1 year and 3 years for the minimum of the couples.
Okay.
So there's time there.
Okay.
So the story I heard was that Carla and Damien were obviously paired up, and then Carlos and Darla were paired up. And when Carlos and Darla finished up, Damien and Carla were still going at it, and like they weren't even going at it like just casual. Like that was like some like passionate like we found love in a hopeless place type love, like right. Like and when I heard that, I was like, wait. So like, let me get this straight. Like the girl, so Carla's man Carlos was already done with Darla, but she was just still getting it from Damien, like, or from Damien. And like they went at it like for like a pretty like a long time, like to the point where like the other two people were like, yo, like, hey, we red flag, like this is over, right? So hear this. Sexual chemistry is a thing. Sometimes they hit different with different people. The trip ends. They go on their merry way. Carla and Damien stay in contact. Carla and Damien are currently fucking 6 months past that trip, and neither other party know. Like Darla and Carlos are unaware that Damien and Carla are still going crazy at it. All right, let's pretend you're friends with Carla. Like Carla's your homegirl. What would you tell Carla about, like, if she asked you like what she should do about the situation? Keep in mind, she's been at this point 1 year and 9 months with that person. And this is a true story. I'm not even. I'm not
I
gonna hold
know.
you.
I'm
This
trying
is
to like, what the fuck would I say? Are you okay?
Are you okay? Why? Fucking the stamina.
Okay, first I do have one thing I would say. First thing I would say, and it'd probably be the first question I ask: how the hell did this come up in conversation over brunch? Like, who brought it up? How did it come up? Because once I know that, I could wiggle my way around this conversation and get some advice. So I'm gonna pretend and say,
let's say Damien said it, the one that is fucking Carla on the side.
I'm gonna say Carla brought it up as a joke. That's what I'm gonna do. Carla brought it up as a joke. Damien was already thinking about it. The other two were in just to be in, but they also thought about it. But the other two didn't know that it was gonna be hitting like that. Oh wow, okay. What would I okay.
Well, first of all, I would never put myself in this situation, but would you ever put yourself in this
that's why I said the first question I'm asking is, how did this come up in brunch?
Like, just imagine you just taking a bite into your eggs and you're like, y'all want to swing?
It's a playground around here? You got a playground? I thought we was on a cruise ship. You stupid, yo. Are you playing? No, what? No. That's the first thing I want to know is how this came up and what crossed your mind at that moment. Once I get that answer, I think at that point I'm just be like, either you're gonna have to break up and deal with the consequence.
You gotta get the fuck out of there, man. Like, clearly you fucking love this man. Or you love getting fucked by this man.
Yeah. Now, here's my thing. How do you explain this at your wedding?
Oh,
if there is one.
The math ain't gonna math.
How do you explain that? Hey, I want your daughter's wife in marriage. How'd you meet my daughter? Long story short, through a friend.
Through a friend. Oh, that's gonna be the name of the pod. Through a friend. Jesus Christ! I'm telling you, I asked my friend. I was like, "Yo, so Carla has been like keeping this on the low, and apparently Damien already broke it off with his girl, so he down for the cause. He ready to like take that shit to the next level. But it sounds like Carla still wants to be with Carlos, but still wants to fuck Damien.
So what's happening here? Carla's getting a good dick from Damien,
but she getting the relationship and the support that she wants from Carlos.
So now
I can't wait to play this clip for my friend and be like, "Yo, this is how we broke it down. That's how we did the science."
She got it. Now she wiggling. Okay, now she juggling. Okay, she juggling two relationships without being in a relationship with one of them.
Damn.
And you know what's funny? Women do that. I'm about to get in trouble. I'm all for the smoke. He gonna post my Twitter anyway. So if you come to my page, just know I got the smoke. I come with the smoke. I said what I said. Women do that. I've been played like that. Like, we're gonna be real. Let's be honest. I've been played like, not like the foursome thing. Like, that's
Jay. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Since the beginning of this podcast, I be getting texts of conversations that are like, people are like, "Was that about me? Why are you talking about that? Why would you say that?" And I'm just like, okay, first of all, I actually wasn't talking about you, so you need to get your guilty ass to the back of the line because you're the last person I need to talk to about the situation. But man,
listen,
oh man,
Carla, Damien, I don't know you, but if you want the smoke, I can show you because I am all for it. Okay, I'm just saying, I'm all for it. I am a clown. I'm not gonna care. You're gonna have to block me at some point because I'm not gonna stop. I'm just saying, it's not my fault. A foursome turned into a threesome that no one knows is happening.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna try to do? You know what I'm gonna try to do to produce? I'm gonna talk to my friend and ask her if she can get I'm gonna have Carla listen to it. So I don't know the Carla person in the story. And again, for everybody, don't go looking through my Instagram. The person,
like, don't be corny. Don't be fucking corny.
The person, like, I've changed the names like drastically. So don't even try. I mean, the guy is the guy and the girls or names are so similar. Like I'm just making this shit up.
I'm gonna say, and they're both named with C's and D's. So
Exactly.
there's no way y'all gonna don't be fucking corny. Don't be fucking corny.
Yeah, don't be putting on shoes that fit you, all right? Because they're not yours. But if the shoe fits, wear it. But don't wear it because this ain't about you. But what I'm gonna try to produce is by between now and November, I'm gonna try to hit my friend and be like, "Yo, hit Carla up, have her listen to this section of the pod in particular, and then have her send a voice memo response." And then I will now chop and screw it to change her voice to sound like this, and we will get some further information. And again, it is so far removed. And by the way, for the people like Denny's a nosy motherfucker. Denny, I don't follow the people in question. So don't be like, bro. I tell Denny, I was like, oh,
Yo,
like,
he messy. Stop being fucking messy.
bro. Let me tell you something about Denny. If Denny even hears the inkling that I'm talking to someone, motherfucker will go through all my followers and be like, yo's it her? Yo's it her? And I'm like, yo, dude, I'm gonna tell you no for all of them. Stop wasting your time. Like, get to work.
Yo, you petty.
Oh, I can't wait till Denny gets to this part, man.
Yo, you petty, bro. Like that's petty. Like you are petty.
Oh.
See, yo, you petty, yo. I can't wait till this November part. I'm going to instigate so
my
badly.
God.
I'm going to boost the hell out of that. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, we gonna make it a fucking show.
Hey, but listen it. Real quick about the Carla. Carla, if you do that, I promise you I'll give you the best advice I got for you. You just gotta break it down. And please answer how this came up in brunch. You gotta answer that. If it wasn't brunch, tell me where, when, and how it came about. What process through your? I need all these questions answered. What process through your mind, and then what made you say yes?
Had you been plotting on Damien since the get-go? Like you had to have at least been like, you must have been sending temperature checks to this man because
she did what most men do in their heads, but she did it for real. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm just gonna say it's this truth. You ever have like a chick you talking to? You get around her and she bring around her friends, and there's always that one more bad friend that you wish you would have saw first. Yeah, that's that moment. That is that moment. I'm just saying. I've done it before with a lot of females in the past. I've been like, and I said it one time.
I think we've all been in those places. I think we've all been in those places, man.
I said it one time though. Yeah. I said it one time out loud. I was like, "Dag, I should have went through your friends first." Yo, she looked at me. She's like, "What?" I said, "Yo, your friends are bad. What do you want me to do? Not look? I got you friends with them. What do you want me to do? The fuck, girl?"
Oh my God.
Be logical. Like, don't bring around good-looking people. No, I have eyes. God gave them to me for a reason. He didn't make me Ray Charles or Stevie Wonder. So what do you want me to do?
I'm gonna try to find out if the Damien and the Carlos are friends. Because if they are friends, that also adds another layer of a deeper, darker criminal link.
Now, if they're friends,
because there is people out there that be scheming, and they're not really friends, but they be scheming on like, ooh, that's what my bro's bagging. Ooh, he better not fuck up. There's some nasty people out there.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you a real story. Since you shared a real story, I'm gonna share a real story. That's happened to me.
Oh shit!
I had one of my homeboys, and this is a real story. We're gonna use the same name so that way no one thinks anything.
Yeah.
Carla, I was talking to Carla, and my homeboy Damien, he was my only homeboy that I was telling information to. Because it's your homeboy. Would you want, what I mean? We talking, we rapping, we spoken, we doing our thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to you. There was also, we use a different name, Cindy, that I was fucking with because I was making pics and I was single. What the hell you want me to do? But they didn't know. But Damien took it upon himself to let Carla know that I had Sydney on the other side.
You be dirty magging?
To the point where it didn't dawn on me until I was at work 3 days later because she had called me. She was just mad and she started spitting out information. I was like, how the fuck does she know this? Like, because at that moment as a guy, you're not thinking it's your homeboy. You thinking she a detective.
Yeah, like you're like, damn, how did you get this kind of pertinent information so easily?
Right. I didn't even hit her up on Facebook. How you know? She said you did hit her up on Facebook on da-da-da-da. Damn, so you were spying on me. But then it dawned on me, I was like, she knew too much. And I was like, damn. So I've had a Damien in my life. So if it's a Damien situation, oh yeah, I could definitely be an expert in this area. I'm an expert.
Man. If you out here being a Damien, just remember, man, some people around here got hands. Shit ain't always sweet.
P.S. Damien is no longer my friend. So let's get that across too. I want people to think I'm still hanging out with Damien. Damien is not my friend. Okay, Damien can burn in hell for it. Matter of fact, Damien just made a dumb decision in his life, and I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Exactly. You're gonna let him live in town with all the consequences that come when you make decisions. I feel like people do not realize that when you make a decision, I don't give a fuck if you're doing it for yourself or whatever your reasoning is. You have to accept the good and the bad consequences that come with your actions. It's
AKA my kid in my donor situation.
You don't get it.
Brought to you by single fathers.
Oh man.
I'm just being honest here, ladies and gentlemen. So we got to get to the bottom of this. That's all. I answer those questions, and then we can figure out a solution for you. And if Damien is a real nigga or is he just a schemer?
There's mad Damiens in the world. I'll tell you that much.
Shout out to all the Damiens. Burn in hell.
Yes. By the way, so I looked at the schedule real quick. There's actually the Seahawks play the Saints October 9th. So
we doing two then.
We might have
we going all right. In this case, we gotta make sure the episode is a special title. So it's gotta be something about bullying. It's gotta be something about bullying. Part 1 and part 2. Because I get my chance.
We're gonna name it,
and we got fantasy too. So
Denny or Damien part 1.
I like that. I'll be Damien. I never played Damien. All right, I want to see what it's like. I want to see what the bitch assness is all for. Okay, see if it's worth it. I don't think it is, but we're gonna find out.
But you know what? Just like Denny says, man, he's wholesome now. He has a 2-month-old right now, on top of having an 11-year-old. So Denny is a father of 2. So he
might be compassionate, man. He might really be compassionate. I want him to see this because I want him to be revved up. He listens
to every episode, man. He's a loyal listener, man. We work together now, so he'll tell me at work. He'll be like, "Oh man, I just heard this." Da, 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 da.
So I want you to know, I'm just saying this so that way you can be revved up for October 9th because Drew Lock is going to look great. Where are we playing at? Is it in Seattle or is it New Orleans? I think it's New Orleans.
Yeah, y'all are going to New Orleans, and then when the Saints play the Steelers, hold on. When the Saints play the Steelers, that's in Pittsburgh.
Hey, let me I play spades and I'm a really great spades player, but right now I'm about to renege. Give me some time on that trash talking because didn't know we was gonna be in New Orleans.
Yeah,
and they beat us last year with James. They beat us last year or with 2 years ago with James Wise. Yeah, no, James Winston. No, yeah, I'll be ready though. Just come with your compassionate energy, and I'll be ready. And I promise you, regardless, I'm gonna talk trash. But I'm just saying, give me some time to think about that because that's in New Orleans. I thought about it. I said, that's why I asked. I said, we in New Orleans? Yeah. Let me think about that.
That's a different conversation.
But I do want to say this before we, wrap up. I do want to say, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I know we talked about it for a while, and I got some people that do other things and music and shit that I can.
Yeah, we should definitely coordinate it and like really build it up. I definitely I really enjoyed the conversation. I mean, the fact that you and I were reminiscing on all this Breakfast Club shit was awesome. It kind of tells us that we kind of got pretty similar palettes for content. So definitely, like we'll definitely got to link up again. Obviously with Denny. Obviously with some additional people you want to bring on.
No, what's the chick you had on last episode?
Veronica.
Yeah, you gotta have her on. She's funny.
Yeah. No. I've been trying to convince her to either have her own show or do something because, man. By the
Veronica, here's the pitch. You got it. You're funny. Like I watched, even the clips were just funny, and I was like, yo, I gotta watch the episode because she's funny. Like you're funny. Do something with your gift. Like, and I say that even for myself. I'm not saying this just to you. I'm saying this to myself. Do something with your gift. People say all the time I'm funny, and I don't be doing shit. Like I might just be dead the fuck serious, and somebody be like, "Oh yeah," and I'd be like, "All right, I guess." I use it to my advantage now. Same thing with you. Use your gift.
Yeah,
that's all I
100%. And I tell anybody who I see that has that type of talent, like get out and make content. Like even right now, just watching the way you and I went back and forth on the Breakfast Club and like just talking about Irv Gotti, like man, like you could podcast, man. Like you are entertaining. You create like an engaging listen, and that to me, I mean, like as you've noticed, man, I've a lot of changes, man. I'm solo dolo now. It's not the team anymore. Like you got to just create an engaging listen because like I mean my favorite part about this whole thing is like if thankfully I haven't been late in over a year on dropping anything, but I love when people hit me like at 5:01 when they're supposed to drop at 5 a.m. and they're like yo where's my shit at, like I'm gonna listen to this on my way to work. You can't be fucking up with my Friday habit, man, my Friday ritual. But
I get you on that, and I appreciate what you said too, because just to let y'all know, I am gonna get back to like doing some more crazy funny shit because I was doing Ain't Nobody Safe on Instagram. It was just like joking around and on shit that happened through that week, and I would drop it on Mondays, and it got to a point where like now I go to work and my people's at work, they be like, "Yo, you ain't dropping Ain't Nobody Safe," and I'm like, "Bro, I'm late to work, and you talk about Ain't Nobody Safe," and I'm like, all right, I guess it's like that impact. So I am going to work on getting that back up and running, and I'll be posting that to Twitter and everywhere. It'll be on TikTok mainly because TikTok is a lot more free than fucking Instagram. I said it, Instagram. You ain't give me a check, so fuck it. But yeah, I am going to get back to doing Ain't Nobody Safe and start cracking jokes. Literally ain't nobody safe. My own mother can get it, so it don't matter.
Hey.
But
we're in
do
the era of
appreciate
content creation, man. We are in the era of content creation. Put out content or just sit back and watch someone else possibly get a check.
Man, listen, I'll just say this. If y'all really think I'm funny for real, I'll start showing my ass for real. And I don't even give y'all nothing on Twitter. I'll be nice on Twitter. And that's for that to be nice on Twitter, what I say outside of Twitter, oh my God. Yeah.
Don't you?
Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell y'all how bad I can get before we go. This last thing. I was at work and this older white guy, I call him Larry Legend, because he liked Larry Bird and I'm a Steph Curry fan, so we always go back and forth. So I said one day he had a cart, he's pushing the cart, and he didn't see, like he just had to push it behind him. So I was like, "Ooh, watch this!" So I ran up and I jumped on it, and it bumped him, and he was like, "Yo!" And I was like, "Push me!" And he was like, "What?" I said, "I said push me." He said, "Why am I going to push you?" I said, "Because Joe Biden keeps sending money to Ukraine, and I ain't get my reparations yet. So you're going to slave until I get it. Go, white man, go." Now, mind you, I'm at work in front of people. I don't care. I have no chill factor. So what y'all get on Twitter is nice. So be grateful I don't have a TV show yet.
Nah, we need to see this other side more often, man. That's just hilarious, man. It's like the skit shit, but like real life.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Matter of fact, I am gonna get into that eventually. So we might add that type of shit to it because I do some dumb shit throughout the day. So I'm working on some stuff to get back. It might not be all music, but It's definitely gonna be
Yeah,
some
man,
creative shit.
just put out content up there, man. Like not everyone's funny, man. I'll tell you that. Not everyone is funny. So like, if you are funny, man, just go out there. Even just putting out joke tweets, man. People be out here like getting mad, like, hey, post my sex toy on your comments, shit. Like you see that shit all the time on those popped off fucking tweets. But
that's why I pop off on Twitter the way I do, because it's just jokes for me. Like it's just
oh yeah,
like
yeah.
I might say some real shit every once in a while, to keep it like let y'all know I'm a human. But at the end of the day, I'm just there for jokes. So like if I say something like and there's no LOL, majority of the time I'm joking. Or if I'm serious, you gonna know I'm serious. I don't give a fuck either way. Like I'm just here to have fun, and we're here to put it on this earth to have like and be honest people, and that's what is missing now. Like I'm not afraid, and I'll say this straight right now so everybody knows I'm not afraid to get canceled. You're not gonna cancel because I'm gonna still keep saying my shit. Like it don't matter. Like I'm not like that's why I said the Skittles community earlier. I'm not worried about that. Like it's fun for me. Y'all already took the rainbow. Now you're taking the English language, so I can say what I want. You know what I'm saying? And I love y'all. Like one of my bros. You know what I'm saying? Like I know people, but it's no hard feelings. Like we crack jokes back and forth. So that's the way you get over the pain. And I think that's the one thing that's missing in this world. So I don't care. I'm gonna pop off the way I pop off because it's all for fun and out of love.
Yeah. I mean, like it's like the old school brand of comedy, man. It's like I hate this oversensitized like lens that they try to put on content and stuff that like it's like, hey, we're supposed to take a break from reality and just have fun and laugh. Like
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like crack jokes at each other, make fun of yourself. Like that's just the beauty of being able to laugh. Is like you should be able to it should just be fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we did that in high school. Man, my homeboy, we was on the same basketball team, but he was white and I was black. And we used to walk down the hallway. We used to walk down the hallway whenever we see each other. Cause we had a conversation about racism one day. And he was like, yo, what if we just did reverse psychology? And I was like, what you mean? He's like, what if I start calling you a cracker and you call me the N-word? And I was like, ooh, that's a good one. So we used to walk down that's serious. You walk down the hallway, I'd be like, what's up, cracker? I mean, what's up, nigga? He'd be like, what's up, cracker? And I'd be like, what's up? One day the teacher said, she said, why are y'all doing this? And we said, because Martin Luther King had a dream. We trying to make it come true. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, we here, like,
trying to put on MLK. Like, oh no, it's for Martin.
Yeah, it's all for his dream. We trying to live it out. That's all it is. We here together right now, so we just having fun with it. But that's me. Like, I like to have fun. Like, I don't all that like tough talk. Like, granted, we gotta have serious conversations, but the same token, man, have fun too. Like, laugh a little.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta laugh. Like, all this. Oh my God, he said this. Like, yeah, people feel that way. So let them. If you ain't like it, don't watch it. What Charlamagne say? Bring it back full circle. What Charlamagne say? Funny to me, fuck you.
Oh my God. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, Charlamagne has a lot of good quotables. But
that's my favorite one from him. And the other one is, of course, talk to him, Tupac. Talk to him, Tupac.
My favorite bar from him when it was, no one believes the truth when the lie is more entertaining. And I never it was such a simple saying, but it always resonated with me because I'm like, damn, no matter how truthful you can be, like if the accusation of you is so outside of the norm or so dramatic, they'll believe that because it's just like, well, that's just more entertaining, so that's obviously the truth. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah,
what would be an example of that? We can get into that another time, but you know what I'm saying? Like that concept to me, I just love it. I love it. I say it all the time when it's relevant. It's fucking great.
Random fucking bug. What the fuck?
It's Damien.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the Damien catching up with me.
Oh,
the Angela Yee trying to get on me and deny it.
Angela's trying to. Yeah. She's gonna be like, I wasn't on you.
I wasn't there. That wasn't me on the camera. It was you. We have you right here on camera.
It's
my cousin.
We have the messages. Okay. We have the messages.
It happened at the Melissa Ford interview. You don't remember? He was there.
That was hilarious. The conviction he said it into. Fucking Gucci, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Gucci.
Yeah, shout out to Gucci, man.
What we naming this episode again?
Through a Friend.
Through a Friend.
That's fucking great. Through a Friend. But
I heard Through a Friend you should watch RoyalTea.
Listen, I'm gonna get creative with how I'm gonna put a cover on the cover art on this episode. The Irv Gotti one was funny, but I gotta top that one now.
Like, you got a lot of content. You got a lot of content.
Oh fuck yeah! I'm about to hit triple digits in about 19 episodes. So
Wow, congratulations, man.
fuck man, that's the longest tenured show I've ever had. I think this is the longest by far. And this one's only once a week.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
People don't know how much hard work that goes into like this man and the marketing too.
man.
Like, and I gotta say, I'm a big marketer, but I love the marketing y'all do, man. How y'all like you drop every week, same time. It's always in unison. Everybody's commenting on it. You're posting. Like, keep doing your thing, man. It's going to keep growing. It's going to keep going, and y'all see that I'm going to repost no matter what. Even if I ain't
Appreciate
watched
it,
the
man.
episode, I'm reposting.
Nah, I appreciate that. No, I do this. I do the same thing for my people, man. Anytime I see them drop anything, it's like you got to just support them. Like they're your people.
Yeah, and that's I want to say that too. That's important, man. Like, support your peoples, man. Like how y'all do these celebrities. These celebrities don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah, no,
To be honest, they don't give a fuck about you. And I'm gonna say this too. If you was in Russia, Brittany Griner be sleep.
I was just gonna say the Brittany Griner thing of like, yeah, man, she gonna be sleeping like easy.
She gonna be sleep. So I'm just telling y'all, man, y'all got your friends. They doing big things. You got people around you. Even if it ain't your friends that's around you every day, man. Like, you got Twitter, you got Instagram people that you fuck with you. Fuck with them, man. Like, that's where it's at. That's where the support is. Go to where the support is. Fuck all that other. Oh, I want to do this, man. Fuck with your support. Your support is always gonna be there to hold you up. So.
And you know what's funny? A lot of people have been asking me about this, so this will be a great time to answer real quick before we wrap it up. It's been a very smooth transition for me, and I really enjoy just having this like weekly, just having a guest and shooting the shit, having different conversations. He dropped gems.
I did. We dropped some gems in here, so hopefully you pick it up. But at the end of the day,
Denny gonna treat you for dropping gems like that. Because Denny, anytime I drop gems, like to our women listenership, he's always like, "Why you giving the science away, man? Why you giving the science?"
Hey, listen here, Denny. Listen, sometimes the science is. Sometimes, you know what? I'm gonna break it down this way because he's one of my favorite receivers of all time. Ocho versus science. McDonald's works for some people, and it don't for other people. But the one thing that remains true, they're doing something together and in unison. So I'm no longer going to let us be dogged out as men and not know what they're doing. And honestly, they don't think logically sometimes. And women, I'm sorry, it's just facts. You attack me if you want to. I'm just going to tell you it's facts. And I'm going to tell you you're acting emotional right now. So you're going to prove my point. So be careful.
I'll
let you know,
do that one. I'll let you know what my inbox.
They're gonna love and hate me. They're gonna love and hate me. My homeboy called me a charismatic enigma, so I'm ready for that. I'm ready for it.
Nah, man, it's just great energy on the pod, man. Like I'm telling you, like it takes a very unique approach to make people who just listen to the podcast and just getting it audio wise engaging and entertaining. So I definitely think you helped me on that journey on this pod, man. Is there any final thoughts before we wrap things up?
Final thoughts. I had a great time. I want to say that I had a great time. I realized earlier too in our messages, I said I'm not going to chill and not going to smoke. I really meant I'm not going to chill at all, and I'm going to be smoking if that's cool. Oh, but yeah. Once you said it was cool, I was like, oh well, look at God. Won't he do it? He'll do it. But I did have a great time, man, and just keep doing your thing, man. I want to tell you and give you your flowers because we talked about that earlier. Keep doing your thing, man. You're doing a great job. It's not a lot of people that's gonna be consistent as you are, and you see that. No disrespect to the co-host, no disrespect.
Yeah, but never.
Just as a person who understands running stuff by yourself, I know what you mean. So keep doing your thing, stay on your task, and like I said about your support, stick with your support. And whether you go to worldwide or you stay where you are, bro, you impacting people, and that's what's important, man. Yeah, it's the most important thing. So don't ever forget that, and that's all I want to say.
Thank you, Jay, man. I appreciate that. And again,
Nah, that's
thank
real.
you for coming on the pod, man. I know we've been talking about it for a hot minute. Glad we finally made it a reality.
I'm gonna be
Won't be
back.
the last time. Won't be the last.
I'm gonna be
Exactly. Won't be
back.
the last time. We'll get into we will get into the shits even deeper. But next week's pod. So as I shared in the last episode, my baby brother is going to be pursuing his soccer career to the next level.
Hey,
He's a 18-year-old young man about to go pursue semi-professional soccer out in Rome. My brother is
wow!
leaving next week. You know, like
Congratulations!
give him his flowers. You know what I mean? Like take this moment.
Congratulations!
So, you know, he's gonna be out there doing his thing. I'm just really glad that all my brothers are in good places, especially like, you know, the youngest one is now, you know, over here. Like, I mean, we all play sports, but man, this guy taking it to the next level, man. So Eric,
That's a
love you, man.
fact.
Cannot wait for this conversation next week. It'll be it'll be one for the books, and I'm hoping all my people will really appreciate that conversation. But there's a beauty in transparency. There's a beauty in discrepancy. This is royalty.